everyone. My name is Danuta Hintz, and I am at the City Lit stage at the Baltimore Book Festival today, promoting my novel, To Kill the Other. I will be on a panel with other writers, and we will be talking about our books, our novels, about constructing our characters, about the plots, about our research, and about the writing life. And we hope that our audience will ask many good questions.
Now, all three of you have successful careers. You have successful day jobs, as Stephen and Danuta as teachers, and Robert, you are a successful sculptor, so you've also had a lot of success in another very competitive field. What is your writing life like? Where do you, a lot of people who listen to panels are also writers. Where do you fit it in? And where does it fit into your lives in general? Why don't you start, Robert, since you haven't started one yet?
I try to divide my day by writing hopefully 3 hours every morning and then working in the studio in the afternoon. If I get a commission with a deadline attached to it, I have to stop the writing and work all day and weekends sometimes, even evenings, to get it finished on time. The pieces I do are pretty good size, take 3 to 4 months to do one piece, and so it's rather intensive.
Well, being a teacher, or just working, for me teaching is all-encompassing during the school year. So that's the period of time where I do a lot of research and upfront mental work, and then the bulk of the writing happens June, July, August. For example, I'm working on the second book, and I probably over the summer finished about half of it. So, but I want to maintain the momentum. So you try to set aside a little time every week, at least for me, to do it. But for me, the research happens during the year. I make lots of notes because I'm always worried about forgetting things. So if I write it down, I don't have to worry about it. And I just continually make notes, think about characters. It's like a big puzzle that has to come together. And the physical act of writing doesn't happen until there's a major block of time, except for a little time here and there.
Well, I never chose to be a writer. It just happened that I think I was born with this curse and a blessing at the same time. It happens to me the same way you were saying. It's just part of who I am, which means I write all the time in my head. I see stories all the time, and if I would not write, I would become sick. So I have to do it. I teach at the professional writing program at the University of Maryland, College Park. So I am immersed in writing all the time, but it's a different type of writing than my creative writing. But the creative writing happens exactly the way that you said, that you have to take notes. And the worst part of this creative thing that is part of me is that the best ideas come when I am just about to fall asleep. And you know the moment when it's sort of like, you feel like you are falling away and you are so nice and warm and cozy, and then the idea comes and you say, oh my God, I have to get up and make sure that I write it down because I won't remember in the morning. Or you take a shower, or you're on a highway, right? Going and say, oh gosh, I can't, okay, where is the recorder now? Where is the recorder? And you try to make sure that you won't forget. Sometimes in the morning I wake up and I read my notes and I feel like, I can't believe I wrote it down, this is useless, but at the moment it was a wonderful idea. So, but it is just it's sort of a blessing and a curse at the same time, right? It is always there. It is always there, and I cannot stop it. It's almost like if it boils up to here, then you have to just sit down and write. I am working also on a second book. It's a collection of short stories, and I have one almost completed, 6,500 words right now, and I'm still rewriting it, polishing it, but this story has been following me for about 15 years now. So I just have to finish it, and so I hope that the story will leave me alone.
I am not a creative writer. I write about the business of publishing and authors and reviewing books. And I've never wanted to be a writer. I've never been interested in writing. I've never felt it coming up out of me. I have no thoughts on the highway except when is this going to end? But since I've written a blog, since I moved to Baltimore, I do think about things that would be appropriate for the blog. And for me, it comes out in the stomach. Like, I've got to get it out of me. I've got to get a particular moment or, a particular item, a short item out of me before it festers or something. So I understand what you're talking about there.